January 4th. Happy New Year, everybody. 1920. The first Negro Baseball League was founded. So,
Hey,
Man, that's what's up.
1920.
yeah, the
I
man
still
tried
got
to
to make
hold
it
us
out to the
down.
museum.
Kansas City, right?
hmm
Man tried to hold us down. We said we'd do it ourselves. The first FUBU.
Yeah, you know.
Have y'all been getting FUBU advertisements on y'all Facebook?
I have not.
Hell no.
I'm like, why is FUBU targeting me?
Now that
I
we
wish a
had this
fool
conversation, I'm sure I'm going to start getting them. That's how it works.
Hey, Fubu trying to get Camille the motto and shit.
Why are y'all advertising summer clothes in the wintertime? Like the ads are off too. Like it's wild. It's wild.
They're trying to rebrand, trying to get you out here.
They're trying to do something. I tell you that.
They said vacation exists.
If you can't be outside, at least dress like it.
Right. I was like,
Hey,
it's
dress
cool.
like you on
All right.
vacation.
But before we get into the show, I do want to shout out everybody who made 2021 for Tech File our biggest year yet.
Hey,
Yeah.
bro,
Like y'all showed out. Y'all have been telling a friend. Y'all been listening to Ken, putting
About
somebody
time,
new on.
motherfuckers. Shit.
No, is it? I looked at the numbers today. I was like, good lord.
Yeah, like
Like, holy shit.
it has gone up. 50 countries listen to Tech File.
That's
50.
dope.
Yeah.
Tim got a long ass list this week.
No,
Man, we
don't.
should actually do that as bonus content, Tim. You should say hello to all 50
That nigga
states.
said, no, I
or
don't.
50 countries.
It's gonna
50
be
of
a
them,
long
man.
time. That's a damn TikTok, bro. That's too damn long. Nope. No,
That's why
that's
I
3
said
minutes.
a side video. I'll give you some time to prepare for it.
You just gonna
Don't
see
need
a
none
video
because they
of
won't
Tim
get
like,
it. I love them all. I
Still
said
go
enough.
fuck it up.
Dang.
I'm shouting them all out for a while now. You know, I got the konnichiwas and all of that shit off. We good. I love you all. Y'all know if you can't hear what I'm saying, understand what I'm saying right now, just know I fuck with you. Give it to me. That's all you need to know. And we good.
Not to
Like,
put
this
Tim on the
guy's so
spot.
aggressive.
Right. I'm not putting him on the spot. I'm not
Can I get a
expecting him to
please?
say
Give it to
hello.
me, please.
But I did just want to shout out the top 10 listening cities and countries from 2021, since this is our first podcast of the year. So listening
sure.
cities,
You know what?
the
I'll
top
try.
10.
I'll try. Hold on.
Top 10 listening cities. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 1.
Bam, bam, bam.
North
I'm
Bergen,
glad
New
you know
Jersey.
motherfuckers.
North Bergen.
Columbus, Ohio. Y'all really
Hey,
came through and stuck
Hey.
around. I appreciate y'all for that.
Columbus.
After that Bow Wow episode, they
Y'all be
They
getting
stuck
slandered.
around.
Still coming back every week.
we got Menominee Falls at 4.
Menominee Falls.
Hello, neighbor. Well, thank you, neighbor. I think that's
Yeah,
like,
I guess thank you, neighbor works. We got Charlotte, North
yeah,
Carolina.
no.
Charlotte.
It's
I
just
love
ain't
the
got
city.
that ring.
You said what?
That
Who?
ring either. That wasn't mine either. That's it. Thank you, neighbor. Just ain't had that ring to it. Just don't got that.
Oh,
That
I
ring
hear you.
to
It wasn't ringing out. I hear you. I hear you.
It ain't.
We have Chicago, Illinois at 6.
Chi-town. Always
Chicago.
Germantown at 7.
Germantown.
Thank you, neighbor.
Brussels, Belgium at 8. The 8th
Hey,
most
Belgium.
listened to city
Hey,
in
salute.
2021 was Belgium. Yeah, Brussels. Shout out.
Salute.
Number 9, we have Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin.
President Prairie.
Hey.
That one caught you
I
up,
can
didn't it?
Yeah,
never
it did.
say
It
that. Like,
caught me
every
in the
time
pickle.
it's present prayer.
We also have Miami, Florida checking in at the number 10 spot.
Miami.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was
Thank you
also
for the
during that
love.
Bucks playoff run when Miami numbers started going up.
Yeah.
Swept in the way.
For the
Gotta talk
countries,
shit in the regular
of course-
season.
Right, of course. For the countries, the United States was number 1. We gonna float right past that. What's up? International countries, we had Belgium, of course. They were in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
We had Ireland,
Ireland.
Oh, Kia, hold
Puerto
up.
Rico.
Yeah, they loved it.
Puerto Rico,
Puerto
Hola.
Rico.
Germany.
Oh, gracias.
For
I said
Germany?
gracias. No.
No,
Puerto
he's
Rico.
still on. What's the name?
Oh, I was like, okay.
Shit. What's Germany? Allo. We'll say allo. I don't know how to thank you in German.
Fran-
Here's what up.
Shit.
Really? France is the one that's gonna trip you up?
Shit.
He's trying to say thank
I
you.
was trying to say thank you. Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Merci, merci. There it is.
All right. United Kingdom.
Hello.
Hello and thank you.
We got New Zealand.
What is New Zealand?
I don't know if you can say thank you. We gonna keep rolling. You ain't gotta.
New Zealand.
I
Yeah, we
appreciate
just gonna
that.
say
Yeah,
thank you, dog. Oh, that's key order, but yeah,
We
appreciate
got. we got
thank you in
Canada.
German is danke.
Danke. Oh, I like Danke. I heard Danke.
I like
Did
Doug.
I say New Zealand? Because New Zealand was 7.
Yes.
Canada was 8.
Canada,
Hey,
Russia
thank you, Ken.
was 9.
Russia,
And
Preview.
10 was Singapore.
Singapore. No,
Hey,
Shout out
Thank
to
you.
everybody who
Singapore.
listened in
Thank you.
2021. 60%
Appreciate you.
increase on listener numbers.
I'll
50
turn my cup up
countries
for you.
per tech file. You gonna just interrupt my thank you,
I
fam?
know
You
this
just,
nigga
I
talking,
said I was gonna
Nigga
turn my
talking
cup
all
up
through.
for
talking that
you
riff
can't-
raff.
you ain't gotta talk. I'm talking, fam. You don't talk when I talk.
him.
It's
They don't
turn.
know what I'm doing for him.
No, they don't.
Oh, Zoom, I've missed you so much.
Right. This ain't in the studio. You got to record different. Come on, fam. Remember.
It looks the same to me.
Same in this.
Same
Technique
in this
is different,
motherfucker.
fam.
Same.
The technique is different. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody before we got into the show. That being said, let's do this. All right. So we're going to start the show off. We took last week off and not the holiday. And we need to just talk about this. John Madden passed away. So we definitely wanted to pay our respects to John Madden.
R.I.P.
And
coach.
I see a note here too that just says and Betty White because I mean
Yeah, man. The hood was
Thank
hurt,
you
man.
for being a friend.
to both of them because
The hood was hurt.
Man,
John
2020
Madden
I
helped
was like,
teach me football.
For sure.
Yeah, like old school cats don't understand that. I was listening to this podcast and they was just like how our generation was like, yeah, we learned football by playing Madden. But the old heads, they don't play video games.
Mhm.
So they don't understand like how important the game actually really is.
I mean, but he was that way as a commentator too. Like he really
Right.
kept it
Yeah.
simple.
Both ways.
Yeah.
Like for real. Man,
Yeah.
as simple as you can get.
The
My man
legend.
jumped off sides. He threw the ball behind the man that jumped off sides. There you go, touchdown. Motherfucker XYZ blitzing and shit. Like everybody don't understand those concepts. He's just like, hey, my man's was there. Now he here. Boom, touchdown. I
was curious, do like people of like basically there's a whole generation of adults that probably didn't watch football with John Madden commentating because he's been retired for so long. So I'm curious, like beyond being the face of Madden, the video game, like did they even know who John Madden, the coach or a commentator, like did they even know who that was?
Mhm.
It's kind of interesting because coach is usually the last thing that they think about with Madden now. And
Yeah,
my
I mean,
man's was cold
like,
coach.
Growing up, I didn't know he was a coach. Like I just knew
Me
him as
either.
the dude from TV. You know what I mean? Like,
My dad was a Raiders fan, so I knew he was a coach.
well, I mean, I'm just saying, like people our age didn't really know him even as a coach, like off
No.
rip.
True. It was more so a commentator going into the Madden game, but
Mhm.
he was very colorful and shit. Like they was talking about it on the national circuit because he passed, but the Madden bus and the Madden team and shit like that, like that was all pretty dope concepts, and that put the limelight on the NFL to be like in a better light and a cool light, and like he kind of kept it, I guess at the time, progressive as far as like their marketing goes and how they was getting things out to the fans and shit like that. Like I thought that was pretty dope. Like the Madden bus especially was a thing, especially when it came to the city and shit like that. Like that was always a spectacle, I would say. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I used to like John Madden, man. RP to the coach.
Yeah, most definitely RIP. Prayers out to his family.
Yeah. Days after all Madden. He apparently watched that with like his whole family. Everybody loved it. Christmas, they had their Christmas. Then him and his wife celebrate their anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
and then he passed away.
Wow.
And it's one of those things that I always think about. Like, whenever people die, you normally get that outpouring of love when they can't see it. At least John Madden got to know.
He got his flowers.
Yeah, like he got to know how loved he was and how appreciated he was. Like LT on the All Madden doc was like, I wasn't gonna be here. I don't do these documentaries until I heard it's for John. Then I said, okay, yeah, I'll come for John Madden, of course.
He really don't be nowhere, bro. Like you don't see LT. He was in the movie. He was wild when he was in the
Any given Sunday.
Well, but when he got out,
HBO Max now, by the way.
Is it?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Definitely about to partake.
But yeah, definitely rest in peace to John Madden, man. For those who played Madden, so I'm guessing Tim and Ken, what were y'all favorite Madden games? Like, what was your favorite Madden year? Because for me, the run that he went on from like 02 to 05 was like
when
peak
Vic was
Madden
unstoppable and shit.
I think 05 probably was my
05 was the hit stick, if I remember.
Yeah, that was my favorite. I think that was my favorite.
Whichever year that they brought the Playmaker was my favorite year.
Oh,
whichever year they started that, man, I was clowning that year. Oh my goodness,
that was late.
Like I use it now still.
Yeah, I was because when they added the quarterback home, that's when I was like, see y'all doing too much.
Motherfucking cone was a straight line and shit. You be like, bro,
Big cone was like this. Like it was just like nothing.
Man,
I was like,
the whole field.
Yeah. So Brett Favre, he had everything. Like it was everything.
Like, bro, come on now.
Yeah, much like 2K. Much like 2K for me, these games is just like updated rosters for me. That's the only difference.
Yeah, I stopped.
Because I just played a straight game or I played a franchise mode. Otherwise, I don't need all the other stuff.
Yeah, I stopped Madden.
I had Madden 93.
25. I didn't own a system until I was like officially my own system until I was like 10. No, 9. Not 8 or 9, somewhere in there. But my uncle had everything.
Say, like, 95 year, like
no, like 15, 16.
Because my point is that like I grew up having every Madden because my uncle bought every single Madden. So he had all the video games. So as a kid, I got to play everything. So like I've been playing Madden since I can remember. Like I had everything.
I used to get my ass busted bad bucket wheel, bro.
Facts.
No, Camille smoked me once too,
bro.
I'm sure, I think we've done this before, but like, what was like y'all console like progression? Like, were you Genesis or Super Nintendo? Were you Dreamcast or PlayStation? Like, what
I'm gonna sound like a spoiled kid. I went from the Atari to there was some console that had the games built into it already. It was like a little black one that you had to flip the lid up. And it was like these brownish looking cartridges. And then from there, I went to Nintendo. And from there, I went to Sega. And then from there, I was a Nintendo kid for a long time. So I had GameCube, Dreamcast, not Dreamcast. I had GameCube, I had an Xbox. Then I was an Xbox guy. Shit. And then I had an Xbox 360. And then I went over to PlayStation 3 when I joined the military because they didn't have no Xboxes available. And I grabbed that, started playing GTA 5, and from then I've been PlayStation 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Again, I can a spoiled kid because my uncle had everything. Sega Genesis, we had Super NES, we had Sega CD, we had we had 3DO, which was my jam. I loved the 3DO. I love the 3DO. We had the Game Boy Color. I had a Virtua Boy. We had the PlayStation, the Sega Saturn. We had the N64. And then that's when he moved. Like he moved like the N64, and I was like, "Oh, the games are gone." So my mom bought me a PS1, and then my personal journey is PS1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then my cousin had like the Dreamcast and the GameCube, and he would bring those over.
Dreamcast is underrated, bro. That system was cold, man.
Dreamcast, bro. Dreamcast is GOAT. Love it.
It was loved here in America, fam. It just
Japan was like, nope.
Yeah, they were like, absolutely not. And
I was listening to a Business Wars on that. I forgot what was the nail in the coffin for Dreamcast, but I think they were trying to compete with Mario, and it wasn't working out. During that little phase, I think that they was trying to stay up there actually, with Mario or something like that.
Because I've listened to that. I think it was actually because Saturn like poisoned the well so badly, like people just weren't fucking with Sega.
Yeah.
But yeah, video games, man. Did you do yours, Ken? And Eric, John, do yours?
Oh no, well I do my quick. Again, spoiled kid.
I think we can all.
But like Nintendo, Sega, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, GameCube, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. Nintendo, Xbox 360. That was my shit. I had the first Xbox too.
Halo. That's what got me into Halo.
Yeah. What was the NBA Drive? Was that the NBA game? NBA Drive?
Something like that. It was.
Yeah. I didn't have no Xbox.
Something like that.
Yeah. The shit. That was my shit.
I was playing live in 2K.
Halo got me into first-person shooters. That's the only reason why I probably got into Call of Duty and shit like that. Halo was. Yeah. Halo was the shit. Man, I used to love Halo.
Halo was cool.
Eric, what was yours?
Now I play it. No.
Genesis. I'm trying to do it in order, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. So Genesis, PlayStation 1, Dreamcast, Xbox 360, PlayStation 2. We had GameCube in there somewhere. I don't think I had PS3. Yes, I did. PS3, PS4.
I own Madden on every system I can get.
I might have had Xbox One.
We did too. We had Madden on everything. I even played Madden on the Wii in college. Okay, now this is a little trash, but
on the Wii.
Oh, and we got Switch.
My man's throwing a controller at the TV.
I was sitting there.
Oh, what?
It's slick. No.
Sitting here
Man,
going
you gotta
like
get out
this.
now, bro.
We
We broke already. You breaking shit?
All right. We're going to keep the football rolling a little bit. Well, we kind of got off subject, but we're going to go back to football. Week 17 ended with 11 of his 14 playoff spots locked up. As we speak, there are 7 teams vying for the last 3 spots. So, starting with the AFC, you got the Titans, who have clinched their division. You got the Chiefs in the 2 spot right now, who also clinched their division. The Bengals also clinched their division. You got the Bills. Yeah, it was. You got the Bills who clinched the playoff spot. The Patriots who clinched the playoff spot. The Colts, who are currently in the running but could lose their spot. And the Chargers, who were in the running but could lose their spots. Now, with the Colts, all they got to do is win. Beat the Jaguars in Jacksonville. You said no?
They should be able to. I don't know how they lost on Sunday to the Raiders. I thought they was gonna win that one. I definitely thought they was gonna win that one. But
fun fact: the Colts haven't beat the Jaguars in Jacksonville or London, I think, since like 2014. It's been a while.
Yeah. And them some trash ass
Jaguar
teams in that period too.
Like how? Like
no,
they had 1 year they went to the AFC Championship game, but. How?
Something about playing in Jacksonville. It just I think they're gonna win.
Had bad luck with luck. Because they did have luck during those years, and then they had those games that they didn't have luck, and they didn't have a Jonathan Taylor. So yeah. I can see it.
And as for the Chargers, they're playing the Raiders in week 18, which this is now Sunday Night Football. The winner gets in. It's that simple.
It's gonna be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gonna be a good game.
As I mentioned, the Raiders are in the hunt. They can win if they beat the Chargers. The Steelers are still alive.
Wait, so I was starting to ask, like, where's that LA Las Vegas game, but it really don't matter because either way, Raiders fans gonna be deep.
It's in Vegas.
Okay.
Ooh, they gonna be deep, bro.
I'm pretty sure there's still more Raiders fans in LA than Chargers fans, which is sad.
I'm sure. All up. Yeah. Man, Raiders gonna win it for Madden.
Dang.
They'll win that last game, make the playoffs, Madden. Coach, we're gonna make this run for Coach. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a wild run too.
The Raiders, like, bro, ain't nobody been talking about the Raiders.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Ain't nobody been giving a shit about the Raiders. Now here they are, because they beat the Colts. The Colts, they better not choke. They better not choke that. I'd be hurt. What
they've been doing? Run the ball.
I would say Taylor's my favorite player in the league right now.
So I mean, call it right now. Does anyone think the Colts are going to get upset on Sunday?
No.
In Jacksonville.
I do.
I think I can pull it off.
You said you do?
Too, but I do. I do.
Ooh.
I don't want them to, but I do.
I like the little spice. I like the little spice.
Just because I think they'll really do it. Like they'll pull it off a coach. I really do. I think they'll. Because like this Sunday's win against the Colts was Like I said, I did not see that one coming. I didn't even see them being close to that to them. Like,
let me get this in
I think they won by 3. But yeah, bro, I think that should just keep running, and they should be able to do it on Jacksonville.
Is what's the name coming back? Wentz?
I believe
he was playing on Sunday.
He played last week.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he was there on Sunday.
Oh shit! Look.
We go. Get that in writing somewhere, man.
It's gonna be fun. Steelers, that's gonna be a fun game.
That's a great Sunday night football pick. As I mentioned, the Steelers are also in the hunt, and the Ravens are in the hunt. So the Ravens will need to beat the Steelers. Of course, those two teams play each other in Week 18. They need to beat the Steelers and then have the Colts lose, the Browns lose, the Chargers lose, and the Dolphins lose.
Boy, y'all. No,
so you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
You need everybody to lose.
Yeah,
everybody.
And they got to win, and they got to beat the Steelers, who are also trying to get a playoff spot.
That's a lot of pressure.
And what the Steelers need to make it is a win against the Ravens and a loss by the Colts.
Ooh.
I can see that.
Well, I mean, you already said the Colts are going to lose.
Yeah, you already said they're going to lose.
Oh, no. I wasn't thinking straight.
You going to try to walk that back?
No. I'm going to tell you what I was thinking. What I was thinking is when we were talking about the Colts. I mean, the Raiders making it in over the Colts. So I guess the Colts will have to lose. Yeah. So yeah.
No, all the Raiders got to do is beat the Chargers.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that the Raiders will make it over the Colts, not necessarily that the Colts lose against the Jaguars. I just thought the stipulation was if the Colts.
So when you saw the text going across the screen that said Tim predicts the Jaguars will beat
the Colts.
Wait. It was across your screen. Don't mean it was across my screen.
Did y'all see it on y'all screen?
Yeah, I saw it.
What did it say? I didn't see nothing go across my screen.
What's in that cup?
I'm looking at comments and everything.
Right, he really.
I can see me looking
to the cup, like it's
like I'm really looking, but no. When I was saying that, I think that the Raiders will make it in over the Colts because they would just win it out to do it for Madden. But I was thinking about how they just beat the Colts too, so I was mixing both of them together. Yeah, I had it all.
So you think the Colts will beat the Jaguars?
Yes, I think the Colts are going to beat the Jaguars, but I think the Raiders will win against the Chargers, not the Colts, who they just played on Sunday, which is why I was flip-flopping them and mixing them up.
I mean, they will beat the Chargers. Jaguars, your squad anyway.
Jaguars is my team, but I get
yeah,
Taylor's my favorite player in the league.
It's like you've been rocking with them.
Nah, bro, they suck. They suck.
All right,
like ass.
Well, let's talk about some teams that don't suck here. NFC, them Green Bay Packers. You see the shirt? You see the Green Bay? We had to throw it on. Secured that number 1 seed in the NFC. They got their bye week secured.
Congratulations.
Hey, love to see it. You love to see it. Did y'all see Aaron Rodgers talking about he's not ruling out retirement after this season?
All right, baby Favre.
Well, I thought something kind of like that came out a little earlier too, that instead of him actually going to another team, that he would just consider just leaving, just like the game altogether.
Yeah,
so it's not the first time.
He said that he wouldn't drag it out. I'm guessing that's trying to him being, like anti-Favre, but he was saying that, the idea of going out on top is kind of appealing. Like it's, hey.
I believe if he,
all right, man.
If he get a ring, I think he could. I think he could sell off into the sunset.
If he wins a ring, I think he actually might retire on that and just be like, I got my second one. I got one more than Favre. I'm good. I'm out of here.
I brought 2 to Green Bay.
I got 2. Y'all ain't had the quarterback give you 2 since start. Come on now.
4 MVPs.
Oh yeah.
Wait, 4 he got now or 4 after this season?
He'll have 4 after this season.
Yeah. Which will be 1 more than
Favre had 3, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He also did mention that his relationship with the GM has gotten better. So him and Goody have improved their relationship in a genuine way, he mentioned, which also sounds to me like even if he don't retire, he might just come back.
Oh, fuck it.
Like,
It's funny. I was listening to last week's episode, and it kind of hit me. When Kid was just like, "Man, yeah," I was talking about Jay Cutler, and I was like, "Yeah, we love Jay because he always threw it our way. Shit, he threw it to me through the TV, but
fuck you."
He ain't really never got to see consistent winning. I never really put myself in the Bears' shoes like that. Like, damn, bro. Like,
I mean, fam, you were a Bucks fan before 2000.
True, but each sport is different. Like, the way I feel about the Packers is different than I feel about the Bucks is different than the way I felt about the Brewers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all have different.
I'm saying, like, how you felt about the Bucks is how he feel about the Bears. Actually, it's probably worse because at least he had hope some years. With Bucks,
shit, I had hope a lot of years too that we at least make the playoffs.
A lot? Oh, that's not real hope. Just to make the playoffs.
Hey, listen, that was hope to me. Shit, we was that bad.
I'm saying, like, Kid can delude himself into thinking this our year. Like the Bucks, you never had that.
Never. Not even when Brandon Jennings first said Bucks in 6. We all knew what that was.
Still, like, again, as for the NFL, I haven't. It's different because, like, we used to it. We're like, hey, y'all need to win this. Y'all should win this. We should win this. Yeah, we had a couple down years, but we had a total 4 maybe in our lifetime, really, of down years for the Packers that we've seen.
I mean, a down year for the Packers is 8-8. Like,
I mean, we had the 4-12 seasons, shit like that. Like, we've seen those with Favre too. I'm talking about in this totality. In ours,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, they had like 2 years where they won like 4 games, and then the next worst season was like 8 wins. Like.
Right. We haven't had too many seasons with football. Like football is, like I said, I feel a little bit different. So I put myself in the Bears fan shoes. I'm like, damn, yeah, we only had a couple down years and y'all only had a couple up years.
I will tell you, going back to, let's see here. Let's just go back to 92 here when we got Holmgren. Let's just go back to 92. Since 1992, we had some 9-7 teams to start that off. Then we had great winning. I'm trying to find when we're 500 or worse. 1999, we were 8-8.
Ray Rose. Still feel like my guy got a bad deal. But.
Yeah, he did.
2005, we were 4-12 the last season of Sherman.
AJ Hawk here.
Yep.
Then Mike McCarthy came. We were 500. We were 8-8. Then we took off. Then in 2008, we were 6-10.
That's
2013. You said 2006?
Whichever year you just said they were like 6-10.
2008. I think that was the first year with Rodgers, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure.
So like I said, like a down year for the Packers.
That was the first year of Rodgers. With 6-10. And then we had 8-7-1 in 2013. That's when he got hurt. Then we had the 2 terrible last Mike McCarthy years, 7-9, 6-9-1. So
6-9-1.
Sounds terrible. That's terrible for us.
That's a decent year for the Bears.
Hey, bro, relax. All this slander.
1, 2.
What's y'all record right now?
We won 5 games.
6-9-1.
Bro, relax.
Since 1992, we have had 8 seasons at 500 or worse.
Damn.
8.
And that's 30 years.
Since 92.
Which is crazy that's 30 years, but yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, 92. That's
22
wild.
seasons of winning.
Must be nice.
Bruh.
It is. I can't lie. I won't lie. I highly enjoy it. I prefer this.
2 MVP quarterbacks, Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Hall of Fame. It's a little different. And I don't give a damn what nobody say about these Super Bowls. We got Super Bowls.
Got faith and love. That sound weird.
I mean, I'm gonna have faith. I'm gonna cheer the young man on. I just I understand
he might turn into Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he might be that cold.
Is that his ceiling for you?
It's not good. Better than most Bears quarterbacks, including the one they got.
Come on, man. Here we go again. We got a good one now.
Is he better than Jalen Hurts at this point?
I mean, not right now, but he will be.
I was saying, hey, Hurts is the ball.
It's like, what are we saying?
He will be.
He got us into the playoffs.
He did, and he survived having a stadium collapse, railing collapse on him.
So. Bro,
if he was
on the other side,
inches, bro, it would have been all on him. I would have been like, dog, that would have been horrible.
And it turns out, like, the Washington football team lied, which shocker. But like they lied about, we offered medical attention to the people. They're like, no, you didn't. Like they just told us to get the fuck off the field.
Yeah, what? Hey, get your ass up. Hurry up. You're making us look bad. Up on TV and shit.
Get your ass up acting a fool out here.
Yeah, man, y'all get up and get
all these cameras.
Like it was their choice to get on the field. Like
and yell at all the security was fired. Y'all let the motherfuckers do the shit.
Fam, I saw they got tied back up with zip ties, fam.
Come on, dog.
I kid you not. I kid you not. They got zip ties holding it up right now.
Hey, they don't give a fuck about.
Hey, Jalen Hurts put a whole ass letter out today. Sent a whole letter to the NFL. They're like, hey, listen, I understand ain't nothing happened to me, but just reflecting on it, had I been over there, it would have been tragic. He's like, but not just me. It was a whole bunch of other people that got hurt. So
I wouldn't have got up.
I would
have been. They would have to bring the structure, bro.
Like my neck.
He put that in his letter.
I have to bring the structure out for my black ass, bro.
He said that
stiff neck, like, oh.
Well, he was saying that there's a bunch of people that could have needed medical assistance. They're probably frustrated and stuff like that from what happened, and they got hurt.
That shit could have been horrible.
Washington, what are you doing to fix this issue? Like, what are you doing? Like, y'all got resources and shit. He like the NFL got resources to keep players safe, fans safe, things like that. So what are y'all doing? What are y'all actionable things? What? They do.
Who safe?
They do. They just don't use them, but they do.
Zip tie.
If they can fly their own fucking bitches out on their private jets on the sideline, they can figure out some way to put their shit.
That went to NFL though. That was the Cowboys.
Yeah.
The Washington did that too against the Cowboys.
Snyder ain't Jerry Jones.
So if you can do that, you can fix your shit. Not no damn.
Matter of fact, that's why they flew the benches out, is because Dan Snyder got shitty away benches. So, and I think they had like a sewer line break that like showered fans with poop.
They did. The Washington
who the fuck wants to go to that stadium?
Yeah, it's one of the worst ones in the league.
And it's in the middle of nowhere. Like it's nowhere near downtown DC. Like all that is in Landover, Virginia is they say.
He sound like a
what?
He sound like the fuck is those?
Dos Duke.
Those Duches.
Those Duches. But yeah, that's Washington. I don't know what to call it.
But they are announcing their new team name and logo February 2nd.
February. They still need it anymore. They need to run the check over here though.
Man, keep watching the football team. Fix your stadium. Fix that first. Then fix your name. Worry about the wrong shit. How you come out with a name when your stadium breaking down? Wrong shit.
Yeah, man.
Motherfucking slumlord, bro. That's what he is. You're using that stadium and running that bitch down.
But yeah, that's why.
Anyway. Scumbags.
Packers got the number 1 seed. That's locked up. Washington ain't nowhere close to this conversation.
Which is sad too.
Is it?
What?
I actually don't mind their team. Like they got a good young defense and shit like that. They didn't play what they were supposed to this year, but I like Heineke too. Terry McLaurin is one of my favorite receivers young receivers in the league. So I like Curtis Samuel too. So I don't mind.
We talk about playoff teams right now.
Right, you're giving them too much credit, too much time, too much screen time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Number 2, we got the Rams who clinched a playoff spot.
Barely.
The Buccaneers. Woo, the Buccaneers. They clinched a division though.
Boy,
I tell you.
Might as well. Shit, we here.
Antonio Brown quit or got fired. I'm not exactly sure which of the reports is true at this moment.
I mean, he's still on the roster, so neither.
Right. Technically, he has not been released yet. Like them, they trying to figure something out.
You think so? You think he'll be back?
It out. He gonna be back, bro. They figured it out.
They can't bring him back.
He gonna be back, bro. Because if he ain't fired by it, Bruce Arians got in the press conference after the game. First thing he done, bro. Why the fuck he's still there?
That's kind of, but like backing up a little bit, like 2 weeks ago when he came back from the thing, everybody was pulling his receipts. Like you said, he got one shot. Like, so why is he getting another chance? He's like, oh, history has changed and blah, blah, blah.
We need to win.
2 weeks later. Right. 2 weeks later, he ain't a Buck no more. Let's move on. Like, no, you don't get to just poo that away. Like these were choices that you made. It ain't like it just came out of nowhere. Like we ain't know he was this dude. Like yes, you did. You knew he was that dude when you signed him. So,
and honestly,
like I don't feel no bad for the Buccaneers being embarrassed or whatever they going through right now. Like you brought this on yourself when you brought him in.
Hey. Word on the street is that.
Word on the street.
Yeah, word on the street is that. Well, from what I heard, there could be some more out there, but from what I heard,
dude, all these caveats make me scared for what you're about to say.
No.
But I heard from what I heard
was that he had a bum ankle and he didn't want to keep playing on that shit. Mm-hmm. And they told him to go in the game. He told them no.
I heard that too.
And they said, "Hey, all right, well, shit, you out of here. You done then. Don't even worry about it. Fuck off the team." Which led to him throwing his pads, his gloves, and all that shit in the stands. Which, like, if you look at it like that, I'm like, that does make sense. Even though he was right there for his incentive, I think he's like 6 catches away from getting his $1 million incentive or whatever.
He had 3 different incentives. Each one was worth $333,000 or $333,000. So he could have made almost $1 million if he would have hit the 3 different incentives that he had lined up. That part we know for sure. I did hear what you heard, but I also heard that he was benched. And then when they told him to come back in, he said no. And then they said, well, if you even come back in, you can go. Like nothing about the ankle. They just said he got benched. Mm-hmm. And when they finally were like, okay, now you go back in the game, he was like, no, thank you. I think I'm done.
I'm good. No more for me, please.
No more.
Either one of those could be true. You never really know what.
No, you don't. No,
the internet just be making up their own stories though. Like in the immediate aftermath, it was people like, man, they just trying to keep that brother from his incentives. It's like,
immediately.
If they didn't want to pay him, they wouldn't brought him back in the first place. Like
exactly.
They cut him 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago when he had his fake card, bro.
And they had another game next week, so that didn't make sense to me.
He'll probably be on the field.
Big chest.
He was out there, big chest, took all his pads off.
Only thing is though,
he was at the next game yesterday.
Yeah,
he did pull right on up, sitting right there, chilling
with a mask not over his nose.
That checks out.
Yeah, it's just AB is just he got his own shit going on. He doing his own thing. So if that's the case, then they know what they signed up for.
Antonio Brown for like 2 years now. We hope that he gets some help. And wish him the best because the behavior just I don't really know what to.
It was 2 years. Like when he went to the Raiders, I was like, I'm done talking about this dude. Like,
yep.
And here we are again.
Yep. But before the season started, I said that I did not think that the Buccaneers were going to repeat. I said a lot went right for them in their Super Bowl year, including just being really healthy. Antonio Brown was a model citizen, quote unquote. That season, and things have changed this season. Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't scare me at all this year.
The one thing I will say is they still got Brady. So
oh yeah, Tom Brady is scary, but the team itself, like the whole of the team, isn't as scary as it was last year.
Hey, speaking of scary, am I the only one that see Frozen douche looking like something out of a scary movie? I see it like, bro, this motherfucker look like he about to take a nigga out.
He do look like he do wet work.
Yeah, like
Dexter fan. It's a rap, bro. Now this is the signs of the times. Don't do me like this.
I mean, of the 4 of us, we know who we coming for.
Yeah, it ain't me.
Definitely tip that.
Why for me? He can't catch me. I'll be the last one on the list. What you talking about?
No, nigga, you definitely the first on the list.
He daddling, bro.
Just wait till you fall asleep. He just got to.
You ain't faster than the car.
Alcohol.
Shit, I can maneuver.
Wait till you fall asleep. They be like, stab.
I guess we pulling an all-nighter, bro. I pulled him for less.
All right. The Cowboys are currently the 4th seed in NFC. They have also clinched their division. The Cardinals, 5 right now, clinch the playoff spot. They can clinch the NFC West with a win over the Seahawks and a Ram loss. 6, 49ers. Right now, they didn't clinch, but they in the spot. And then you got the Eagles, who haven't clinched a playoff spot. The Packers beating the Vikings actually secured the Eagles their playoff spot, which is cool because they've won like 6 of their last 7 or something like that. So they've been out here doing their thing. We all won because Deshaun Jackson caught that punt return our Super Bowl year. And,
sure did.
We needed that game. So we all hey, we paid our debt. Now y'all can like let us win the NFC. In the hunt, only one NFC team. That's the Saints. They're 8-8. They avoided their playoff elimination by beating the Panthers last week, and they clinched a playoff berth with a win at the Falcons plus a 49ers loss. And the 49ers are playing the Rams.
Do the Rams have anything to play for still? The division, right?
And the 2 seed. I mean, yeah, so they're going to be out here.
Word just came in that Derrick Henry be at practice tomorrow.
Yeah, they said he'd be back for the playoffs. And that's why the Titans are actually hoping to secure that number 1 spot in the AFC, keep that, because an extra week would be love.
Well, they just a couple days ago, they were saying that he was going to be on the longer end of his recovery. He ain't no setbacks, but he wasn't expected to play. Just like a couple days ago, for them to turn around today, they say that he'd be at practice tomorrow, which is fantastic.
But just because you come to practice, like, you generally ease yourself back into it. You get the 21 days.
Alexander been back at practice. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Jair Alexander been back at practice for a month and he ain't seen the field. So,
right.
Has it been a month already?
Just about.
Pretty sure.
And Bakhtiari got taken off a while ago. And he's just been around. So they want that extra week. They want that bye, another week to try to get right. NBA All-Star voting has opened up. So my question to y'all is, who is y'all starters? Who is y'all All-Star game starters? We can start in the East.
Oh shit, hell.
So the front court is easy. Giannis, Durant, Embiid.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Yes, sir.
I think DeRozan is listed as a guard and a forward. So I'm a budget.
He should be listed as an All-Star.
I'm just taking the Bulls backcourt. So
both of them.
Levine and DeRozan.
Gotcha. I feel that too.
You got the same starting 5 in the East?
Yeah, but I don't know. Trey been balling too, though.
Trey is my 5th. I don't have.
Yeah, I think
Levine.
Trey would be. I'll put Trey.
I think Zach LaVine
Trey.
is an all-star.
Yeah.
I do think he's an all-star, but I don't think he's an all-star starter over Trey Young.
I'm knocking Trey just because Atlanta's been ass.
They have been.
Atlanta
He's
has
been
been ass.
spectacular.
It ain't his fault. I mean, it is kind of because the defense is atrocious.
That's always been. We always knew that was the case.
Right. But
He's still putting up 14 assists and shit.
It's not because like Trey isn't pulling his weight offensively, at least. But like you do gotta kind of take that into consideration, I guess, because like you putting up numbers, but it ain't.
Translates.
Right. So
I hear you, but this is all-star. I'm awarding his performance again. Levine is an all-star.
and I mean Trey is to me too. I'm not saying like take him off the team. It's just
okay. I wasn't sure. Okay, but I would start Trey over Levine, averaging 28, almost 10 assists.
Almost 10.
Like, yeah, we talked about it before, but like his passing is so underrated. I feel like because he's such
his
a
passing
bucket.
is ridiculous, bro. Like, yeah, it's one of the least talked about.
Averaging 26, so you know, like the points is there. I get your point. Yeah, but 5 rebounds, 4 assists, damn near 50.
Trey averaging almost 4 rebounds, which I didn't realize. But
maybe they long ass rebounds. Who the hell he out jumping?
He misses 3-pointers and it just bounced back to him.
He's like a career 4 rebound a game guy.
Follow
I never
through.
realized that. He's also having a career year from the 3-point line. He's shooting 38%, which is career best.
That's gross. Ooh, don't let that motherfucker start hitting 40.
Yeah, as many as you take. Yeah, you know.
I know we're not on the West yet, but like Steph is actually having a down year shooting wise, and he's still up above 40 from 3.
Yes, that's crazy. Tim, who is your All-Star 5 in the East?
Same as yours. Because the only other point guard that I would think of would be Drew.
I think Drew's an all-star this year.
But yeah,
he ain't a starter.
I mean, them games when it was just him, that motherfucker was open.
I mean, shit.
I knew he had it in him. I knew he had it in him. I think I told y'all that shit.
I don't know why the way you said that reminded me of Bebe's kids when Leon knocked over the dolls on everybody downstairs and he hit all like the bad security guys and Bebe kid was like, "Yeah, Leon, we knew you had it in you. We knew you had it in you." That's who you're.
But I did. I was like, bro, I know Drew can, if he needs to, if he wants to, he can get a bucket. And I don't know who I was talking to about that, but they swore up and down like he ain't built like that. I'm like, dog, he can do that shit if he wanted to. The same way I feel about Chris Middleton. If Middleton got somewhere, he can really light that shit up regularly. Like I feel like they got it in both of them, but because of the way that we have to run our offense and the way they chemistry is, Drew don't have to be that, but he can get there if he needs to be. Mm-hmm. And I always like that in guards like that, like the selfless ones where I know you can put up 25 a game if you wanted to, but instead I'm gonna put up this 17 and get you these assists and these rebounds and do what I need to do instead. I've always like guards like that.
What I think it is like people look at players as just like 2K players where you just take like what they skills is and you just put that on a different team and it's the same exact thing. Like it takes time to get used to playing with people. It takes time to kind of figure out, okay, when should I attack? When should I get other people involved? Especially as a point guard, it's like, where does this guy want the ball? Where does this guy want the ball? Okay, I need to make sure I'm getting enough shots. Because, like, that was what Chris and Giannis kept saying throughout the years. Like, we keep telling Drew, like, take over, go, shoot the ball. Like, if you open.
Get your shit off.
Right. So I think that now it's just a function of him being comfortable playing here, playing with the team for over a year now. Like, he's found his groove and he's been taking off, especially, like, the last month plus.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And that's, I mean, when we were talking about the Bucks coming into last season, we were talking about what improvements can they really make. And we kept saying, really, a lot of them need to be internal. If they can make some internal improvements, like they'd be all right. And seeing Drew another year here has definitely, again, internal improvement is important. You see with Pat Connaughton, you see it with Bobby Portis, who's improving again, where it's like sometimes you just got to keep getting better and it's going to pay off for you. But I think him being another year in Bud's system too helps because he's not just trying to take threes and at the rim. Like he's getting off in the mid range too, which is kind of like when Chris and Bud was butting heads.
He is taking people in the post and putting.
Bro, I love that. He got a little guard on him, bro. He like, get your ass down here in this post. Excuse me. And I'm out. But yeah, I love it. It's been dope seeing him blossom a little bit. West, who were your Western Conference NBA All-Star Game starters? We can't say West without Steph, right?
So I feel like Steph's a lot.
Steph and Jokic are for sure. Probably
LeBron's also a lock for me.
What about Draymond?
I think Draymond has a case.
Because what he's doing right now, like him and Steph is a dangerous together, yo.
The man didn't have no points. He had 12 assists the other night when they was playing. I'm like, dog.
Defensively, though, this man is
locking niggas up across the board.
Ridiculous.
He might.
I think I'll put Draymond as a starter.
And you got Rudy too, though.
Well, you only get 3 front court players. Then you got Jokic and LeBron. That's already 2.
Yeah.
Shit.
So it's either Draymond or Gobert.
And I'm gonna actually go off the beaten. I want to start Karl Anthony Towns. I really want to. I think the third spot, like if he didn't get hurt, Paul George would easily be my third.
He was good. Fuck him though, but he was good.
He'd be my third, but with the injury now.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure where I'm at on the front court, but I think my other backcourt starter is Ja.
Yeah.
I was between Ja and Donovan. Like I was just like,
Ja. I got Ja.
But I love Ja Morant's one of my favorite point guards in the league. I love Ja.
Dude, that damn layup. Once he get in the paint, he just looks like he puts them on their back and he just kind of slowly roll it. I'm like, dog, what's with this easy ass layup you make? He makes them once he get down, he make it look easy as fuck. I'm like, dog, ain't no way. But nah, Ja and Steph is my 2.
Ja's averaging 25 points, about 6 rebounds, about 7 assists, about a steal and a half. Like he is.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing.
Love to see it.
So we got what's Ja. Well, I got Ja, Steph, Bron, Jokic.
Who's your last front court?
I'm gonna roll with Draymond. You know, I'm gonna give Draymond his credit. He really has been a. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Draymond. God damn.
So y'all got the same
five.
Hold that thought.
Labor it.
Yeah, just hold on, man. Hold that thought.
You gotta whisper to us, Eric. Your starting five is the same as Ken and Tim, with Draymond as your other front court.
Yeah, I think so. As of right now, we still got a month. I think.
Yeah, it's still a lot of time to go. Steph, Ja.
I will say, like, we're not doing our entire All-Star team right now, but right now I don't think I have Luka.
He been out with COVID for a minute too.
Here's the thing with Luka. He's also been out of shape, and he has not caught half of the flack that Zion has caught. I mean,
he playing, so that's kind of part of it.
But so, yeah, like it's a little
he's catching the Harden flack. Then
we're seeing him be out of shape, like
Mm-hmm.
actively. Like I forget what game it was, but we had got done recording. And I came home and turned on the Mavs game, and it was like my first time watching them, like really this season. And I was like, Luka don't look right. What's going on with Luka? And then after the game, it was the same game where he was like, I might have relaxed a little bit too much in my little time off in between basketball.
Yeah, I think Tim McMahon from ESPN said he came into camp at 260.
260?
260.
Damn.
I mean, granted, he is 6'8", so like
he's 6'9",
spread over a large frame, but still, like 260 is well above like what his playing weight was last year, which I think was around 230. So,
oh shit.
Yeah.
Shit, everybody can't be Brian, but that motherfucker was 6'9", 270.
I was gonna say like Brian like a solid 260, but like
this big motherfucker died. Let me get out of the way.
Man. But yeah, it's just a couple more weeks. I'm gonna look forward to us doing our full all-star teams because there are some conversations to be had about who's making these teams this season. That's a tease, ladies and gentlemen.
A tease.
We have some updated COVID protocols to briefly discuss. So vaccinated NBA players and coaches can now clear quarantine after 6 days if the COVID testing data shows they're no longer at risk to be infectious. And in the NFL, they adapted their COVID protocols to align with the CDC's new quarantine recommendations. So dropped from 10 days to 5 days of asymptomatic individuals, or for asymptomatic individuals, I should say, regardless of their vaccination status.
Really
and there's no testing required to get NFL players out of quarantine after 5 days. So they just said we're just going to play.
I mean, which sounds like an incentive to get people to lie. Like it's like, regardless of your vaccination status, as long as you don't have symptoms, wink, wink, 5 days. Even though symptoms can develop after that initial test, they don't know. Or somebody could like just be suppressing the cough while they're in there with the doctor. Like, I'm fine, dog. No,
I'm all right.
I ain't got no symptoms. Can't smell. Can't. No.
They look like Trump when he ripped that mask off, like can't breathe and shit. Like,
mouth breathing like a motherfucker.
He was fighting for his life, dog, trying to prove some shit.
Like, bro, why you gasping for that much air, bro? Say something for everybody else.
Hey, he was like, this air is spicy as well.
I don't know. I can't taste it. It doesn't taste the same. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
You don't even know. He didn't know.
Right.
Man, I'm not even gonna go back down. Sometimes them Trump years feel like they weren't real.
It was all a movie.
We're only a year removed.
Longest fucking year of my life.
That's a fact. Because Joe been out here.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Byron.
Trash. Fuck it. He been out
Byron.
Byron.
Yeah. Every time somebody say that's all I hear now, I swear. If they don't say his name like that, I don't want to hear.
Motherfucker was aggressive too. Who? Byron. Who? Byron.
Byron.
Hey, my guy. Well, give
all
me
right.
kiss.
See, now that TikTok is over now, but I really wanted to do that one. That's what I would have done.
So it ain't never too late.
I just want to do the sup, baby.
Hey, yo.
Y'all gotta watch all them TikToks. You'll be an hour in, dude.
I
I was like, dude, I'm an hour in
show.
watching these New York niggas just talk shit.
Dog, it's just TikTok. You get trapped so damn fast, bro. And next thing you know, it's 2 hours later.
Exactly.
All right, transaction and personnel news. Tim.
Oh shit! Let me pull it up. Hold on. Pull up. I got it. MLB, Los Angeles Dodgers, and outfielder Cody Bellinger agreed to a 1-year, $17 million contract. To avoid arbitration. They did this now right before the lockout. Tampa Bay.
Sorry, on that. I didn't realize that Cody Bellinger had such a bad year from the plate. Because I don't pay attention to baseball
in the playoffs.
I was just about to say until the playoffs because that dude was raking. But yeah, apparently he batted like below 200 last year.
Yeah, it was like 173. Yeah, it was bad. And he's a contact hitter. He's a 300 hitter.
Not for career. He's a 257 career hitter.
Where's the bell when you need it?
I didn't say career. I just said he was a 300.
Okay, moving on.
Who else we got? Hold on.
Fam.
Oh yeah, Antonio Brown got fake released. Hold on. I lost it. I'm back. I think I'm back. Yeah. All right. NBA injuries. Ricky Rubio. Oh damn. Ricky Rubio got lost for the season. That's right. He tore his ACL. Paul George is out for 3 to 4 weeks. He got an elbow injury. Derrick Rose is out with his ankle injury. He's out 8 weeks. But help is on the way for some other teams. Kyrie Irving is back with the Brooklyn Nets part-time.
On the road.
His season debut is gonna be Wednesday or tomorrow or today, whoever. And then you got Klay Thompson, who is expected to come back on Sunday against the Cavaliers.
Yes.
So that's probably gonna be all eyes on the television for that one.
I can't wait.
They said starting 2 off top.
Right?
Oh yes, that's what Steve Kerr said. He was like, once he comes back, he's starting, bro. Like no ifs, ands, buts about it. Which means, shit. He sees him in practice, so that means if he's starting, he. Oh, it's gonna be gross if he come back, start lighting this shit up, bro. It's gonna be so gross.
Y'all know how much I love Klay Thompson.
I'm not ready for it, bro.
I am ready. I can't wait to see the Warriors with the Splash Bros back.
It's so
as a basketball
funny,
fan,
dog.
As a basketball fan, as a Bucks fan, it's kind of terrifying, but
it is terrifying.
Bro. All right.
Man, as a Laker fan, shit, we gotta see these motherfuckers.
No, you ain't even in the picture, like. Hey.
Nah, bro. They go like the gym.
That's my cue to leave.
Are y'all even above 500 right now?
I think they are. I'm pretty sure they are. Ain't y'all?
I'm trying to see now.
Oh no, they 19 and 19.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think so.
They 500.
On the nose.
Yeah, I don't think y'all got to worry about the Warriors yet.
Y'all better
they currently the 8 seed, and currently the 8 seed, and the Warriors are the 1 seed, so they might have to worry about the Warriors.
It's gonna be the rematch of last year, but it's gonna be a whole series of ass whoopings.
Make it sweet if you want to.
Or we do.
Oh
Westbrook
boy,
get locked in.
Okay.
Where's the bell when you need it, fam? Like digital bell to ring, fam.
God damn.
Like we need a different sound effect when we can't be capping.
Stop the cap, sir.
Gross, bro.
Yeah, we just need a drop of stop the cap.
That is
cap, Your Honor. Anyways, transactions. Cleveland has signed head coach JB Bickerstaff to a 5-year contract extension. Yeah, Cleveland has been doing their thing this year. Didn't I say something about Cleveland earlier in the year? I can't remember. But anyways, the Lakers have traded Rajon Rondo to Cleveland in a 3-team trade for Denzel Valentine, who's picks to replace Ricky Rubio because they really love the combo of Rubio and Garland, and now they have to get him another vet, which is smart move by Cavs. They trying to do their thing. I see y'all, Cleveland. Y'all trying to build the right way. I feel you.
I don't know if Rondo is going to be as good as Rubio, but I guess that's a nice little stopgap.
Well, I mean, like they literally have no other point guards. Like they were starting Kevin Pangos the other day. So
Yeah, Pangos. I was like, man, who's this?
It's been a lot of that in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, hardship signings. So Phoenix signed center Bismack Biyombo. Indiana signed Lance Stevenson. Dallas signed guard Isaiah Thomas. Yes, he was on the Lakers at one point, but now he's on Dallas. Milwaukee signed Luke Cornett.
Contracts only last 10 days.
10 days, bro. Show up, show out, and go on the next one. Lakers signed guard Darren Collison and forward Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson was hooping the other day. I forgot what game that was.
Did Collison's contract expire?
Collison?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so because it's been 2 weeks since we recorded, so the 10 days are
up. They let him leave. That was today.
Yeah. I think they said they were because Stanley Johnson has expired too, but I think they said they were re-upping him at least.
Yeah, because I forgot what game it was recently, but like everybody on the bench was cooking, and Stanley Johnson was part of them. I was like, oh, okay. Boston have signed Al-Farouq Aminu. Mario Chalmers went back to Miami, and Greg Monroe went to Minnesota. Greg Monroe was hooping for Minnesota his first 2-3 games. He had 20. I was looking at the stats the other day. I was like, my man was really hooping.
Yeah, 11 and 9 or something like that.
Bro, hold on. Don't try to undermine it. I said what I said.
No, I'm saying I was helping you out. Damn. I had a question though. So with Mario Chalmers coming back to Miami, for your team, who are you hoping that they bring back from the past, on a 10-day? Who would be your favorite? Yes, we brought back blank.
Lamar Odom if he was healthy.
This nigga said Lamar.
Lamar Odom. Bring him back.
Come on, fam. Ain't Lamar Odom 40 now, fam?
I don't know what that nigga is, man.
Dude, if you can talk now, you feel free to answer this too.
Actually, Jay Crossover wouldn't be bad to see one more time. He just retired, last year?
Jamal Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
I said for your team, man.
Oh, my team. Shit.
It has to be a former player who used to play for the squad or just having to come back.
Yeah. For me, it's Brandon Jennings.
BJ is always fun. Let me get some John Henson. Let me get some John Henson minutes. That's who I want.
Actually, you know who? If ISO Joe can come back, give me Ray Allen. He's still in shape.
He's definitely still in shape. He's gonna try to, catch up to stuff a little bit, make it look a little bit more respectable.
Who you got?
The Lakers.
I'm really trying to think. Ron Artest would be one.
He actually came out. I guess people were saying we need to bring Ron Artest back. He man, I wish I could.
Man, defense wise, he'd just terrorize motherfuckers. That's all.
Brian told him to be ready. He may need him.
That's all we need. Meta world peace.
Because they was on whatever show that they be talking on. When he be talking with is Ron Artest.
The Shop?
No, it's on LA Sports Net. Something like that.
LeBron.
No, it's a post game show. But yeah, he was talking to Ron Artest, and I forgot the legend. Is it James Worthy? Maybe
James Worthy will be doing the Lakers post show stuff.
Yeah.
He be smoking cigars.
Yeah, it was that show. So LeBron was talking to them, and Ron Artest was talking at the time, and Rob was like, I think he's like, yeah, I might come back. He was like, hey, we may need you, man. But make sure you be ready. And that's probably where all the Ron Artest talk started, because he was like, yeah, shit, we may need you to go ahead and be ready, suit up.
Y'all ain't gonna try to bring Mozgov back? Get Timothy
Mozgov.
Shit, y'all might. Actually, y'all probably are still paying Lou all day.
I was about to say, you might as well bring Lou all back.
We definitely, I think we are.
Get some money's
still
worth.
Paying for real.
Like, hey, my guy, listen. You, I know we said that you ain't gonna have to play to pay, but we need you to go ahead.
Who was the Lakers center? Who ended up getting hurt? He was with the COVID last.
Bynum?
Andrew Bynum. Where is Andrew Bynum at? What is he doing?
Hey, he was decent for 2 years.
What did you say, Ken?
No, I said he was decent for 2 years.
Yeah, he had a little run where I thought he was going to be somebody. I thought he was going to be somebody. Years. He wasn't that somebody.
Then he crumbled and shit.
Yeah.
That was a dude that was only hooping because he was tall.
Yeah, facts.
Because he did not like basketball.
He did. And you can
he
tell.
Got paid, though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, he was
like,
tall, so he saw it like, shit, this is a way to make me a millionaire, but he ain't love the game.
No.
Yeah.
He tried though during those Lakers runs. So
he tried to get paid.
I mean, he played well enough for them, you know.
No, I'm saying like he was talented, but he had like that was why he started hooping. It's like
he didn't have no love for the game. He just he did it because he was good at it.
I did it for The Rock.
Oh boy, the last few transaction news. Houston Rockets suspended Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood a game for poor behavior during their loss this past weekend against Denver. Both of them got called out at halftime, and Kevin Porter Jr. had to fit, and I believe he threw something.
John Lucas
which is not the first time he's thrown something, from what I remember. Didn't he throw something in Cleveland?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
They said he was trying to run up on coaches, bro. They tried to spree well him. We trying to touch somebody.
In Houston?
That's what they said. Kevin Porter had to leave. They had to tell him to leave the stadium, or he left the stadium because he was trying to charge up one of the coaches. I'm like, damn, you trying to spree well, my guy?
Yeah, they said that he was arguing, that he got into a holler match and then threw something, and then he left in anger. And meanwhile, Christian Wood. Yeah,
sorry.
And Christian Wood.
Lucas is not the one you want to run up on. So, like, I think he made a wise decision to just walk away from that one.
Yeah, and then Christian Wood refused to enter the game in the second half when he came back out there. So
things are going great in Houston.
Hey. I prefer to sit here. I'm good. I'm good for the night.
No, thank you. I'll watch.
I'm good for the night.
I'm good playing. I'm good hooping. No, thank you.
I'm good for the night.
Y'all didn't start me. I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm good.
Like Kevin Porter Jr. is talented, but you gotta realize like he's not that nice to be getting away with. Like he's on his last chance basically. So like you might want to trade a little bit more carefully. But
that nigga is nice though.
But he ain't that nice. Like if this was, who's somebody that's good. Like if Jalen Green was doing this, like they'd be like, okay, like we believe in you, like you are a franchise. Like Kevin Porter Jr. is like, dog, we traded a second round pick for you. Like we can cut your ass and it don't really hurt us that bad.
Like a top 55 protected second round pick at that. Like it's not even good currency in the second
we still want some value back for the second round pick, my guy.
And then last but not least in the WNBA, the Aces, the Las Vegas Aces, they hired San Antonio Spurs assistant coach Becky Hammond to be their new head coach. Becky signed the largest head coaching deal in WNBA history.
Dope.
Congratulations.
Congrats to her. The 2022 college football playoff national championship game is going to be on the 10th, so next week, Monday. And it'll be between the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Georgia Bulldogs, which was the SEC championship game this year. So,
I mean, why do other conferences even try at this point? Like, it's always just going to be the best team in the SEC is going to be the national champion.
Shit, blame
occasionally Ohio State jumps in there, but like other than that,
Michigan was right there this year, but they fucked that off.
Didn't they get their ass busted in that game?
Yeah, that's why Jim Harbaugh told
clear.
I'm gonna go back to the NFL. He ain't won nothing big with Michigan since he got there. He keep getting there and getting close and then losing. And now he talking about I'll probably come back and coach the Raiders.
They do that every year with Harbaugh. Like he'd be like, I love it here. I'll never want to leave. Then you hear like he's thinking about an NFL job, and it's
I thought I think he said that. Well, I have to go back and double check what I seen, but I thought he was the one that finally said something like, "I might actually just go back and do it." I'm like, okay.
I swear he just said a couple months ago, like, I would coach here for free. Like, come on, Jim.
We know you lying.
It's not about the money.
Come on, Jim.
It's not about the money.
He did just give away like his bonus though for the year.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
But it hasn't come from his mouth. Everything that's been said is like that people around him, sources are saying that they think it's real this time, that he really might come back to the NFL. And let me tell you something. If he do come back to the NFL, Ken, you better hope that he ain't going to the Raiders. You have him come to Chicago.
Oh, shit.
I think
y'all see that shit.
The funniest outcome would be him going to Jacksonville, but
wow.
Because one, like that general manager that he got into like a power struggle with is the general manager in Jacksonville now, and just the fact that he would be like a Michigan dude going to replace a Ohio State dude in Urban Meyer, and them making the same mistake again. No, although at least Harbaugh has like NFL experience. What'd you say?
They asking for real coaches now. Like they asked for like Eric Bieniemy's and they asked who else are they talking to? They was talking to actually all of the the Dallas coordinators to talk to both Dallas coordinators and somebody
Dan
else.
Quinn said
pretty much all the successful coaches right now, like their coordinators, they want to talk to them. I'm like, oh, y'all finally doing some real fucking interviews.
Well, yeah. So like it was reported that they were looking at both Dallas coordinators, but Dan Quinn was like, "I'm not interviewing for that job." So,
but at least they're trying to do their due diligence this time instead of hiring their buddy.
That's fair. And I know that they were looking at Jim Caldwell too, which I mean, like I feel like he gets a bad rap. Like everybody like looks at his sideline demeanor and like, oh, he ain't doing nothing. But like apparently he gets like rave reviews like everywhere that he goes, and he's been a successful coach. Like. It's not like he was trashing Indianapolis, and he definitely did better than any Lions coach has done in like the last 20 years. So, like, give my man.
He's from Wisconsin, so
give
him some love. Give him some love.
As Kim would say, B-town.
B-town. But
nah, but White really gonna be out there like B-town.
And what B-town?
What the fuck?
But yeah, the Bears are. It's gonna be a new coach in Chicago.
Yeah, we looking.
Also, they getting rid of Nagy.
Yes.
Yeah. After the season,
guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
He gonna turn to somebody offensive coordinator that had number 1 offense in the league next year. Watch.
I don't see it.
I was supposed to say I don't see it for that.
I don't see it.
And what's funny is like. Kansas City's offense took off after he left. Like they were decent to good, but then obviously they put in Mahomes and then just Bieniemy. Is that how you pronounce it? Bieniemy. So
I'm gonna go with that. I'm not the name.
And I'm not the football guy, so like I'm just.
That's fair. That's fair. So during a Vancouver Canucks hockey game, Nadia, I just talked about the names. Nadia Popovic. How do you say her last name? Popovic.
I mean, it looked like Popovich with an I on the end, so Popovici. I don't know.
Don't give me the line.
Well, Miss
Nadia P.
Nadia, she spotted a mole on the neck of Brian Hamilton, who's an assistant equipment manager, and she was kind of starting to panic. So she wrote a message out, head up on the plexiglass, and was like trying to get attention, like, please look, I think your mole is cancerous. He actually did go, and it turned out to be an actual cancerous mole. So that note saved his life. And I saw the team gave her like 10 stacks to help with her medical schooling.
Oh, that's what's up.
Hey, we got the other Mark here. What's going on? Soon to be Dr. P. Yeah, she will be Dr. P. So shout out to her for, standing up, doing that, because
see something, say something.
Say that man life.
Hamilton, he was like, I just I didn't I saw it, but I didn't really take it in. Antonio Brown more like Antonio Clown.
Mark came in with all his puns. He had them loaded up.
He had them weighted. Yeah, here we go. Got a few in the chamber.
The chamber.
Yeah, so he was like, I just kind of I took it in, but I didn't really think about it. And then he was like, I went and saw the team trainer. I was just like, does this look weird? And then they're like, yeah, we need to get that checked out. And they're like, if it had been left untreated, it really could have cost him his life. So she saved it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
See, look at sports saving lives out here.
Right. Mm-hmm. Tracy McGrady announced during a Hooper Vision session, which is Jamal Crawford and Quentin Richardson's, they have a league pass live stream they do during certain NBA games where they be on the side talking during the game. Mm-hmm. And T-Mac was on there, and he was looking at Jamal. He said, oh, by the way, I got something that's going to interest you. I'm starting a professional basketball league, a one-on-one basketball league. And Q Rich was like, how old? He's 18 and up. And Jamal Crawford sitting there I am ready to go.
I bet.
But like T-Mac was like, I was kind of more talking about like the business side, but if you want to play, that's cool too.
The league is going to be called One's Basketball Association, so the OBA.
Joe Johnson ain't never retiring.
I was like, who would y'all want to see in a 1v1 league?
And Joe and Jay. The both of them
at it.
I wish that was the night they did it All-Star Weekend. Like, just have like a one-on-one tournament. I would love to.
His feelings would get hurt.
I know, but that's why it would be so great. It'd be so good.
So like actually speaking of Q Rich, so like I was listening to Knuckleheads and like I really appreciate that podcast because it has like basketball people talking basketball basically. Like there are certain things that you don't see like as a fan that they know like just from talking to each other. So like those conversations are really good. So like they had Spencer Dinwiddie on a couple weeks ago. And like apparently like Spencer Dinwiddie just like kills everybody at one-on-one. He's like, on every team I've been on, like I've only taken one L, and that was to KD. He's like, I beat Kyrie. Like, I mean, he ain't been on the greatest teams, but like, he's like, that was like his way of being like, yo, I'm really nice. Like, he's like, I belong in this league. Like, he was like, it was like a confidence thing. Like, I can go at anybody. Like, I feel like I'm gonna kill him. And like he translated that into like being able to get on the court and like actually, you know, because he was like in the G League at some point, he got waived twice. Like he's really like
I like that
continuous hook on his NBA career, but like being able to dominate in one-on-ones is like, okay, I got the talent to be here, and like it's just learning how to be a professional at that point.
You know who I actually think would be good in a one-on-one or 1v1 setting, even for as much as he got clowned on the show. Put Westbrook in a 1v1 game.
Boy, that motherfucking ball go off the back of that backboard so many damn times.
He gonna grab that rebound though. It's only him. He has all the space. He has all the space in the world.
All he gonna do is be full throttle, bro.
No, he had that one play where he was coming up the court, him and Brian, and he went up and the ball flew off the backboard and went back the other way down the court. I was like, what the fuck happened here? Like, he'll get those plays where he'll hustle past you, but then he'll give the ball back to you at some point.
He's gonna be hustling. I feel like he would be better suited where he gets more space to operate. Like just me by myself. I ain't worried about you over here and you over here. It's me and this ball, and I'm not gonna quit. Mark said he want to see the White Mamba.
Was that Brian Scalabrine?
Mm-hmm.
I would never want to watch Brian Scalabrine play no one-on-one.
Yo, Brian Scalabrine had like the coldest clapback though ever. Like somebody called him trash. He's like, dude, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. Like, don't talk to me. Like skills wise, he's like, I'm closer to LeBron in skills than you are to me. So it's like, what are we really doing here? It's like, yeah, he in the NBA. Like, there's no way that anybody is touching him. Like,
I mean, I can't refute his point. I mean,
right? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, what can you say to that point? No, you ain't. Like, yeah.
How do y'all think that Giannis would be in one-on-one?
Dominant.
Gross. Gross, bro. Like, nah, dog.
I'm gonna just list some names. I'm gonna just say some names, and y'all let me know if y'all want to like what you think.
I mean, one-on-ones, like to your Westbrook point, it's like you just gotta go get a bucket. Like it don't matter like how pretty it looks. It don't matter if you cross people over. Cool. Like you just gotta get to the basket and put it in the hole.
Kyrie,
Kawhi. If you get a two-way guy out there too, like then it again with Giannis, where it's like,
Drew.
Oh my God, Drew got the moves and the grooves in the post too. Even Chris Middleton, like when you creating your own shot real quick, he'll give you all them old man YMCA. And
they said Chris be cooking in them King of the Hill games.
I believe it.
And he got like a 7-foot wingspan, so he can shoot over pretty much anybody.
And then he loved the post, and he loved the mid range.
AD,
of course.
Yeah,
I mean, Rucker Park's still on the brain. Every time I think of KD outside of an NBA setting, the first thing I
said
think
AD,
of is
fam.
AD.
Oh,
Anthony.
Like, KD is probably the best one-on-one player I would imagine.
Like,
Anthony Davis, fam.
Anthony Davis, he fall over you.
That nigga, he stay on the fucking ground, bro.
If that was a drinking game, like drink every time.
He a big ass wave.
Stay on the ground, dog.
You'd be wasted.
But Gary Payton's a good one.
Yeah. You said who?
Shit, damn it, Trae Young might just.
Mark said it in the comments. Gary Payton.
Gary Payton Senior. Lock up. Jordan. I mean, I was like putting Jordan out there. Magic. Hey, listen, there's some talented dudes. I wonder who they can get for this week.
LeBron one-on-one.
LeBron's built like a tight end, so I mean,
again, for so many of them, it's just like put somebody on your hip and then go to work. Like,
yep. So
even if you don't, it's gross.
Serial Sensei sent in a question via Twitter. Mm-hmm. It was a start one, bench one, cut one. So I'm gonna name 3 players: start one, bench one, cut one. Trae Young, Ja Morant, and Devin Booker. Start one, bench one, cut one. That was quick.
I know, that's super cute.
I start Ja.
He's cutting Devin.
Yep, cutting Devin, starting Ja, bring Trae off the bench.
You said that real quick.
He did.
No disrespect. I'm gonna start Ja.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring D Book off the bench.
Definitely, he'll bucket.
And I'm gonna cut Trae, and that's no disrespect to Trae Young.
Yeah, that's how I am.
No disrespect to any of them. Honestly.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Eric, what you got?
Start Book.
It's difficult.
Bench Trae, cut Ja.
Okay.
If we talk about like right now in this moment, like I think that would change like as soon as like next year. But at this very moment, that's my.
Okay. Another question. So in the overtime group, our Tech File Pod overtime Facebook group, there was a question saying these 4 players, all in their peaks, ranking them from best to worst in scoring ability, just the ability to get a bucket.
Okay.
Carmelo Anthony, Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson, James Harden.
Ooh.
Rank them.
James Harden 1.
Really? 1?
Yeah.
Shit, I think.
Allen Iverson 2.
Oh my goodness.
T-Mac 3. Melo 4.
See, I got Melo 4.
Y'all know I love Melo.
I know.
Like, do we count free throws as a bucket?
No.
That's that's what I was counting it, because that's the points he put up.
But I mean, he's a bucket.
They're all buckets. This is 4. This is why it's difficult. It's 4 dudes who are
buckets.
Number 1 for me is Mac.
I'll say number 4 for me is definitely Iverson, because like he's the smallest and he's the least efficient. Like, yes, he was a great scorer, but he got that off of volume. Like
50 shots a game.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go from the bottom up. So I think Iverson 4, Melo 3, Harden 2, Mac 1.
So that list makes sense, but I'll still have Harden number 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's splitting hairs. Like, again, these are 4 greatest scorers in NBA history, so it's not like there's really a loser here.
T-Mac is also my 1. It's between James and Melo for that 2 spot, because the way that Melo got his butt, like Melo was like he's a mid-range assassin. Like you can just put him anywhere and he's just gonna find a way to get a bucket there. In his peak. James Harden, though,
he was more athletic than he looked.
I'm gonna just go my gut. T-Mac 1, Melo 2, Harden 3, Iverson 4. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put Ivo 3 and I'm gonna put Harden 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Ivo 3.
I got Melo 4, Iverson 3, Harden 2, and Mac 1.
You can tell we grew up during a certain era. So the last thing that we have here on the docket for the topic discussion, WWE Day 1 pay-per-view took place.
It did.
And
wasn't bad, actually.
Hey, only thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that Roman Reigns got COVID.
Which
sending him the best wishes. The Uso said that he is doing all right, which is good news. So since he was unable to compete at the event, and he was supposed to fight Brock Lesnar for the title, they just added Brock Lesnar to the WWE Championship match, which was already a fatal 4-way, which made it into a fatal 5-way, I guess.
That's stupid as shit.
With Brock Lesnar, Big E, Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins, and Kevin Owens. Brock Lesnar walked out of that event as the champion.
That's disrespectful.
What makes it even more just kind of like, dang, is the fact that it appears that Big E was scheduled to retain his title. But once Brock came into the picture, things changed, and now Brock is champion and fighting Bobby Lashley at Royal Rumble.
But that's a dream match, though. That's been a dream match for a lot of people for a long time.
Keep me out of that.
They've never had a match. That was the very first time they'd seen each other at day one. Bobby Lashley is literally one of the few wrestlers on the planet that is believable to be actually beat Brock Lesnar.
Bro, Bobby Lashley, two meaty ass niggas, bro.
You said what?
What'd you say?
Two meaty men, bro. Just beat the hell out of each other.
Hey, they
talk
put
about two
on
meats.
On Sunday.
That's what that is.
I don't know if you've seen the match or not, but the match actually wasn't that bad. Like,
well,
they
Tim,
put on the show.
I hear you, Tim. I hear you for real. But at the same time, if it is a dream match, you don't have to have the title for that to be a dream match. Like, if people just want to see them fight each other, like the title don't mean shit at that point. Like, it's just
true. But then you don't know.
Isn't Brock Lesnar part time though?
Of course.
He is a part timer technically, yes. But at the same time, you don't know how long
like that, though, when it took so long for him to get.
You don't know the side effects of what's gonna happen when he come back. Like, it's a lot of shit that you don't want to play.
Like,
yeah, it's not even on Roman. This is WWE's decision. Right. Yeah, it's the Big E part that I'm. Yeah,
true, but it's more so like a pivot. Sense. Like, hey, this was supposed to happen. We ain't had this happen because I think it was supposed to be the end of the Roman Brock storyline on day one. Anyways, they were supposed to end that. But
yeah, because their dream was figuring out how to get The Rock to come to WrestleMania so they could end the tribal chief thing. Fight we're not end it, but end that him claiming, have him fight The Rock and then have Bobby Lashley fight Brock at WrestleMania. But now we're getting Bobby and Brock at Royal Rumble, and supposedly we're going to get Roman and Brock at WrestleMania. That's the rumor.
Who the fuck was it? Never.
Two champions, maybe unified. I don't know.
I'm hoping that's
speaking of the Royal Rumble though. Like, y'all want to do the pool again?
Yeah,
I'm with it.
All right,
definitely down.
We'll have the details ready for y'all next week because I think Royal Rumble is end of this month.
End of month. Yep. Hub Arkish needs to be the blow the whistle for not voting for Rodgers. Voting for Aaron Rodgers, calling him a bad guy and the biggest jerk in the league. Hey man, Mark,
ain't no problem.
I wouldn't call him a bad guy myself, or maybe even the biggest jerk, but that's how Hub feels. Yeah. But I will say it is unfair to withdraw, not vote for your MVP because of your own personal feelings. Like that's kind of trash. But I can understand. But let's get into the actual blow the whistle segment. We can just roll right on into that. Because Eric got 3 of them.
Dang. I see that. I was like, God damn.
I got one myself. I'll clean up.
I don't think we got Dude. So y'all want to do it live?
Go ahead. Oh, the blow the whistle. That's Tim, ain't it? All right, that's enough.
All right, that's enough out of you.
Tee his ass up.
Tee his ass up.
Yeah, feed him his lines and shit. All right, so yeah, I do have 3, but I'm gonna try to get through them really quickly. First is Mrs. Cody. All right.
The promo started playing in my head as I was taking a sip. Continue on.
Trash.
Yeah. Brandy Rose. I don't like. So I'm gonna play it. I can't even set it up.
Trash.
Oh, so you're a black belt? Well, I'm a black bitch. Let's go.
How you a black woman that speaks with a black
see that shit.
What the fuck? Cody, you approve this, nigga?
Fuck he gonna say to her?
She's a black
You're
bitch.
my black bitch.
He better not ever.
Hell no, bro. No matter what y'all think about Dusty, you better not. You better not. Hell, he gonna say to her. Stay out of
So
black
this is
women
on the
business,
heels of her like coming out like, "Oh no, you didn't, you little bitch." Blah, blah, blah. Like every time, like I don't.
She do
Nobody talks like that. Like you.
She does that every time she has a promo. Like when she has a heated promo, she that's the switch she flips.
It's not cute.
At least she ain't Candace Owens.
Huh?
I said, at least she ain't Candace Owens.
I mean, she kind of giving me
damn near. Shit.
Kind of giving me vibes.
Yeah,
that's why I said that. Like I'm, because the vibes are similar. trying to just
I guess
her away from that because
like why you got to be the angry black woman? Like why you got to play that every time you
when
do
that's not you? Like clearly,
yeah, exactly. You do a promo against somebody. You out here rubbernecking and shit. You know, like come on, dude.
When keeping it real goes wrong, trying to be real goes wrong.
Exactly.
All that fake coming out.
Trying to be authentic. Like you can't try to be authentic.
But that's kind of like part of a larger issue with AEW, which is their lack of diversity in certain aspects, or like the lack of diversity in their presentation of people of color, which is really like a wrestling industry wide issue. But because AEW promotes themselves as this progressive wrestling product and all these things, like that means that you have to be more critical of them. Like we know what WWE is at this point. Like we know who the people are in charge that are the issue, and we've called them out for it for generations at this point. So AEW is gonna get that same energy. So like Big Swole is a black woman wrestler that was let go from AEW earlier this year. He came out in a long ass interview that touched on many different subjects, in which she was actually like very complimentary of Tony Khan, who was the owner and GM or whatever of AEW, saying like basically that they have an issue with diversity, and that kind of led to her decision not to want to be part of the company anymore. So Tony Khan, being who he is, he was thin-skinned about it, and he like came to Twitter to refute that. Like, well, actually, two of our execs are brown people, and we've had, I think he named off 7 people of color that have won on TV in the last month, I guess. And it's like, that's not how you respond to somebody saying like, hey, you might have a problem with diversity, especially somebody that's been in the company that is like, this is what I saw from the inside. Like, and you especially don't do that shit on Twitter. Like, that's just the wrong way to respond to what might be valid criticism.
Said that and then promoted his show in the same.
And then promoted his show at the end, like he said, AEW Rampage Street Fight tonight. Like,
I guess the only issue with that was that not issue, but I guess you can call it an issue if you're trying to argue it. Is that?
Oh wait, sorry, and I forgot one part. Sorry, I forgot one part of the tweet was he said I let her contract expire because I felt like she wasn't good at wrestling.
Yeah, that's talking out. Like,
again, you didn't need to do all that.
You need to, like, that's none of this tweet like should have. You'd be like, okay, we hear you, we understand. Like, we'll try to address it. Like, we don't feel like we have that problem, but we'll look at like that's the PR response basically. So if you're going to address it at all, like, be respectful about it. Like, but to be petty, and then like that's like saying like I'm not a racist, I got black friends.
Yeah, that's what the equivalent was.
And multiple things can be true at the same time. Like, yes, y'all are led by people of color, which is dope. But what this person is telling you that they would like more representation in this particular area here. So what are you guys doing? Like you said, Eric, you could have just came out and wrote an actual statement saying like, hey, we're a young company and, you know, diversity is high on our list, something that we're actively working to be better at, such and such and such. Not that tweet and then promote your show and then call her a trash wrestler in the same breath. Like, no.
It didn't help that Jade Cargill kind of came out in defense of Tony.
Well, I mean, all the people that are still employed by AEW like had like I don't know if it was forced or if they felt like they just had to come to his defense, but they were like, "Oh, I'm good." Like, they're in a no-win situation. Like, it's the same thing with like Booker T having to defend like that angle that he did with Triple H. It's like,
well, I thought you were going to say when Vince said "nigga" in front of him.
That too. I mean, like, Booker T's entire employment with WWE is kind of like, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't new to wrestling, and it's not like we haven't said things about WWE in the past. So it's not singling out AEW for what is perceived as a lack of diversity. Mm-hmm. But you gonna also get this criticism because you got Brandy out here doing "I'm a black bitch" promos. Like, clearly, like y'all don't have enough black people in positions of power because, like, we could, if you did, like, they would be able to tell you, like, that ain't the move.
That ain't it, bro.
That ain't it, boss. Are you gonna say this? Not on TV.
Especially after the first time. Like no. I can understand, like, it's slipping through the first time. Like, oh no, don't do that.
Can we practice that before you go out there and say this? Just see how it sounds. I just want to hear how it sounds.
My other two are really quick. Kirk Herbstreit, he criticized college players for opting out of bowl games, saying that they don't really love football and that's a selfish decision and blah blah blah. It's like, it's a meaningless bowl game and you work for ESPN, so you're just really upset that stars are opting out of games that y'all end up broadcasting. So
yep.
And you make
throwback too.
So why are they supposed to risk millions of dollars by playing in these games that don't matter, that won't really help them in the end? Like,
because he always sides with the coaches and not the players. One of them cats.
And also, like, have that energy for the coaches. Like Lincoln Riley and Brian Kelly just left their teams in alert before a ball
just
game. I ain't hear nothing.
Who did that to us? Did Paul? Who did that to us? The Badgers. Somebody did that because what's the name had to come out of retirement. Alvarez had to coach the Badgers. Was it last year or the year before? Because our coach left right before the bowl game too.
Brett Bielema, and that was like 10 years.
Oh, Bielema. Yeah, like Alvarez had to come out of retirement.
But yeah, to Mark's point,
to coach the bowl games, bro. Like another coach did that too. Shit. One of the bowl game coach, Clemson coach. Was it Clemson coach?
No.
It was one of those bowl coaches.
But to Mark's point, like Matt Corral for Ole Miss ended up getting hurt in the bowl game. And he was like, he is a first round prospect. So, like, I think he's avoided like major injury, but it's still something that will affect like his ability to prepare for the draft and like might hurt his stock. So, like, it's about, you know, at the end of the day, like, college sports is a business, and it's like sometimes you gotta make business decisions, and that shouldn't be criticized for people that are benefiting from college business.
Yeah. I mean,
what's my last one? Oh, Robert Horry.
I wonder what that could be for.
I think I know.
I don't even know how to set it up. Like, basically, he was just throwing dirt on the Bucks championship, and it's like
hating, fucking,
yeah, basically.
Still bringing up that KD toe excuse, bro. If it weren't for KD big toe, they wouldn't have been there. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. Well, how many times can they say if it wasn't for your shot, motherfuckers wouldn't have won the chip?
Hey, bro.
Or I mean, like, you know, Tim Donaghy reffing Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals when it was. Do we really want to go back and relitigate past championships? I don't think we do.
This is turning into this is taking a bad turn. All right, let's keep it on Robert.
But the thing that we're saying is, like, you can't go back and relitigate past championships. Like, what happened.
This is true.
So, like, everything kind of turns on a dime. Like, if, you know, Clay doesn't blow out his knee and KD tears his Achilles, like, the Raptors wouldn't have a championship. Like, every team that wins a championship has a degree of luck, whether it's injury luck from the other team or bad injury luck from other teams or good injury luck for your own team. Like, every team people in benefits nuts. From something. Huh?
So Draymond nut shots and suspended for games. Shit like that. That's always something. It's always something.
Yeah, that Draymond suspension really did swing the series.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So you can't always just be like, well, if KD, and again, I'll say it for a million fucking times. He chose to wear that shoe. He's one of them big ass motherfucking sideshow bobs on the court. He can't help himself. He won't clown shoes on his damn feet. I don't know a nigga who wants to wear a size too big, and he chooses to do this. So it's his fault that his big ass feet was on that line. He wore his shoes the right size. Probably wouldn't have had this conversation. And I was looking at the picture the other day. He damn near had two of his big ass feet on the line. But hey,
and also, like, people seem to overlook the fact that Brooklyn was basically down to like 6 players, including one that was on one leg, and they still had to get through 2 rounds of the playoffs. and that's KD coming back in his first year off of an Achilles. Like, there's no saying like, oh, they were definitely gonna win the title because they almost beat the Bucks who won the title. Like, and
KD didn't score shit in overtime.
You have to keep going back.
So
yeah, like they scored 2 points in overtime. Like they still had a chance to win the game after that.
Like, I think he was like 0 for 4 or some shit like that in overtime. Like, bro, he had a chance in. so shut the fuck up. How about
he
that?
was tired by that point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit. No, we couldn't be tired.
We were tired. The Suns game again with the Bucks. I forget which one that was. Whichever one it was, where Devin Booker should have fouled out, but he didn't. And he had like
when he fouled Chris Middleton, that was foul number 18, bro.
At the end, when Chris was on the ground, they helped him up. I thought like Chris looked like he's dead right now. Like he was just like
he SmackDown posed.
But I have a quick blow to whistle myself. My blow to whistle is on Domino's Pizza.
For being trash?
No. They have this promotion thing that they're doing now where they're like, oh, you order from us and we'll send you free food. The concept, okay, I understand you're trying to like thank people who are ordering Domino's, but like
attention.
I would much rather you just give me a credit to pick what I actually would want extra instead of you just giving me some random food. I already ordered a pizza. I don't need a second pizza. Now I'm just wasting food. Luckily,
oh no, that pizza's fire.
Oh, they just
luckily, no, like literally ordered a pizza. And I looked and I said, we got this is an extra box. And it said on the top, like, oh, complimentary cheese pizza. And I'm like, I don't even eat cheese pizza. I don't want this. Luckily, I was able to give it to, Tim and my guys.
Hey, shit, I do. I fuck that shit up.
But my point is, that should be something free for me. If y'all give me something free, then give me something free that I can choose myself. I don't want 2 pizzas, okay? You don't know what people want. You know people got dietary. You don't know. Let the people pick if you're trying to be nice instead of forcing.
Hey, I'm lactose. I killed that pizza. Fucked it up. I appreciate you.
I would have rather had a brownie cookie.
Oh, them
I'd rather
brookies?
have a Caesar salad. To be honest with
you,
what
it was is they accidentally made a cheese pizza in there. Like,
and it was like, here,
anyway,
we gotta get rid of this anyway.
As soon as I saw that commercial, I said this ain't gonna end out well. And then I ended up being one of the people who it didn't end up well for it. So that's my blow the whistle.
Hey, but you paid it forward. Me and Malik enjoyed ourselves.
It was a Christmas miracle.
I was like, who got in here? I seen that pizza. I was like, my nigga, threw that shit in the air fryer, brought it back to life.
That man said, or lava cakes. I don't even like chocolate, but I would have ate a lava cake before I ate a second pizza. But yeah, that's my blow the whistle this week. Top 5.
Imagine if Vince McMahon ran the NBA.
What?
I just seen the tweet come across my phone with it said, imagine if Vince McMahon ran the NBA. Like, that's a wild thought.
They would have went out of business a while ago.
Exactly.
They all would have been contractors. This is wild.
No, Miles, what's his name? Myers Leonard. He would have been champion for like the last 4 years.
Oh, good lord. He'd have been face of the damn French. Man, he'd have become the logo
MVP in perpetuity. Like, Larry Bird would still be hooping.
Man, let's do this Tech Top 5 and get out of here, fam. Let's go, fam. Tech Top 5.
Hey, get James Worthy on here. Go ahead, find Garnett. Like, bro, Vince, relax, my guy. Let these old niggas chill.
Let the joke chill so we can do this top 5, fam. Come on.
Hey, Tim out here trying to get his shit off.
Right. The end of the show. Come on, man.
Try, nigga. You heard me. Leave the jokes to me, nigga. What's wrong with
you? Hey, listen to last week's show, bro. I love you. I'm gonna say that. Oh, your face got serious now. All right, my bad.
Are we done? Are we done here?
I've been done.
Do something. Know when the play drops at this point. We just gonna run. We just gonna keep going, fam. We just gonna keep going. The last top 5 that we had was putting together a NBA top 75 or 75 anniversary team. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not believe the graphic was posted on Facebook.
I thought it was.
I don't know.
I was just checking our Facebook and I did not see it posted. So correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not wrong, then I won the poll last week because the only votes were Twitter and Instagram, and there was a 50-50 split on Twitter between B and C, and then there was one vote on Instagram that broke that tie for my list. So if it's not on Facebook, that is the official standing. If it is on Facebook, there will be some extra votes to tabulate. So for now, I'm going to accept this victory. So.
Congratulations.
This week, we are doing our NFL MVP candidates. So pretty much if we had a ballot, we could vote our top 5. So, Tim, what you got?
See, I couldn't think of my number 5. Let's see. Number 5, I would put. You know what? Just for the hell of it, Micah Parsons, the number 5. Number 4, I'm gonna go Joe Burrow. Number 3, I'll go Tom Brady. 2, I'll go Jonathan Taylor. And 1, I'm gonna go Aaron.
Okay. Wait, run through that again.
He had Micah Parsons at 5.
Joe at 4. Tom at 3. John at 2. Aaron at 1. Aaron at 1.
Okay.
Nah, fuck it, I don't care. 5, I'll go Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
Man,
cool.
Definitely.
Man, trying to get 2K receiving. Well, if he gets 2K receiving yards, I got Cooper Kupp at 5.
Mm-hmm.
4, I'm gonna go with Joe from the Burrow.
Joe.
3, Jonathan Taylor. 2, Thomas Brady. 1, the anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, Mr. Toe.
COVID toe. Oh,
Big
COVID toe.
Eric, our lists are pretty similar, so I'm just going to flip 1 so that it's at least different. The 5 and 4 spot, it is what it is. Like, hey. So 5, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Joe Burrow. 4, I'm gonna go with Cooper Kupp. 3, I'm gonna go with Jonathan Taylor. 2, Tom Brady, and 1, Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. So my list damn near the same, but I'm gonna switch it up too. I gotta back up. So at 5, I'm actually gonna go Josh Allen. 4, Cooper Kupp.
Tim face.
Hey, I had to switch it. 4, Cooper Kupp. 3, Jonathan Taylor. 2, Tom Brady. 1, Aaron Rodgers.
And there you have it. The 4 of us think that Aaron Rodgers is going to be a 4-time MVP.
For sure.
And honestly,
a couple weeks ago, I said like whoever gets the 1 seed is probably going to end up winning it. So
yeah. And honestly, him saying Josh Allen isn't that much of a stretch.
It's not.
He's in the MVP odds as well. Like that's actually not as big of a stretch as Micah Parsons being number 5.
Cheap.
I'm just telling you that based on odds, and
they don't give defensive players no love like that, bro. Because Micah Parsons should definitely be in that conversation, especially where the Dallas Cowboys are sitting at, especially because most of that defense runs through him and Diggs.
And
he's the one that's initiating a lot of that shit for Diggs to get them picks.
Like we need to have a conversation about not Stephon Diggs, his brother, Trayvon Diggs. Like
I told y'all to deal with Trayvon.
Like the only reason that he's
a ball hawk. He's not a great cover corner.
But he is not a good corner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, a lot of that shit is because Parsons done got pressure on the motherfucker. He's sweating the nigga, he chasing the motherfucker, whatever the case may be. A lot of that shit, he's initiating a lot of those turnovers.
I hear you on Parsons, but he's not even having a better season than Myles Garrett if you wanted to give it to somebody defensively.
We talking about
TJ Watt too, probably up there.
Like, Myles Garrett got more tackles, sacks, picks,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was going to put a defensive player into the MVP conversation, like, I would bring up Myles Garrett before I brought up Micah Parsons, is what I'm saying.
That's each their own. I hear you.
Them stats talk. Them stats talk.
See, if you're only talking about, that's just for sure.
I mean, the narrative along with it, the winning team, for sure. But just the player itself and what they were able to do, like Myles Garrett was able to help keep the Browns afloat with some terrible stuff going on the other side of that ball. But that's the show this week. Let us know whose list that you would vote for, and let us know who you think will be MVP this year. If you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On the Twitter and the Instagram at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE, because
your mom is fancy.
Thank you, sir.
That's your world champion Milwaukee Bucks burner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram, K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Catch Him, aka Mr. Give It To Me. Good night, y'all. It's been fun.
Bye, y'all.